Do you want your children to be brave? Hi, this is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now. I was recently on an airplane, or boarding an airplane, and a situation presented itself that made me question whether I would be brave or not. I fly out of a small airport, and this was a small plane, about a 30-seater, and I was about 5 or 6 rows back, sitting on the aisle next to a lady that I did not know. And before the cabin door had been closed, a young man, a few seats ahead of us, stood up in the aisle and was standing there, and he was looking in his bags, and he was shuffling around, and the lady said, "I wish you would sit down. He's making me nervous." And somehow she was very suspicious of this young man. And so I turned to her and I said, "Well, if I was your son and that man proved to be dangerous, what would you want me to do?" And she couldn't think about that. She said, "I don't want to even talk about that." But it did make me think, if my son was sitting in this seat and there was someone that was threatening the other people, how would I want them to act in that situation? I first started to say react, but reaction is more of an automatic. But an action is something where you thought about it and you made some action. And so I thought about it for a while, and I really had hoped that my sons would look at a situation and see that others were more in danger than maybe even they themselves were, or that maybe they should be in more danger than everyone else, and they should take action on it. And that requires the whole idea, or the noble character of bravery, and that's considering other people more important than yourself, and that is a very noble character. And so I thought, how would we teach that as parents? How do you teach your children to be brave? And it starts with very small things, allowing them to actually do things where they get hurt. Now, I'm not talking about severely injured. I'm talking about them falling from the swing or the monkey bars, or they fall off their bike and they skin their knee and they hurt themselves. And how do we respond to those situations? Do we overly cower to their injury, or do we use those opportunities to say, "You're a big boy. You're a strong girl, and I'm so proud of you, and you're going to do fine. You're going to be okay." But sometimes we have a hard time with teaching these characteristics, and particularly if we are more prone to anxiety and worry. Well, maybe you need to use other people's lives to teach these characteristics. And you can read biographies or read stories about other people, whether it be ladies like Amelia Earhart, who was an aviator and was an adventurer in her own right. There are Joan of Arc. She's a great historical figure. What about Teddy Roosevelt, one of our presidents who was known for overcoming obstacles? Daniel Boone, an explorer. Jim Elliot, a missionary who looked in the face of great danger and did not allow that to deter him from his mission. People like Harriet Tubman, who helped with the Underground Railroad, or George Washington Carver, who questioned current thinking and was able to do research and develop new ideas and products and different things. So there's all kinds of stories where you can see that it took some bravery to move from where they started to a new place. And we can use those stories to help us inspire our children to want to face danger or face uncertainty, and do it with bravery. And the biggest teacher for them is really you. How do you face danger? How do you face uncertainty? Do you face uncertainty with great fear and hesitation and worry and fretting, or with hope? And so, along that line, I want to read you a poem. I wish I could quote it for you, but I'm going to keep from making mistakes. I'm going to read it to you. And the title of it is To Any Boy's Father. And really, this could be to any child's parent. Okay, it's not just a male thing, but this was written to any boy's father. And so you apply it to you however it fits. There are little eyes upon you. They're watching day and night, night and day. There are little ears that quickly take in every word you say. There are little hands all eager to do everything you do, and a little boy who's dreaming of the day he'll be like you. You're the little fellow's hero, the wisest of the wise. In his little mind about you, no suspicions ever arise. He believes in you devoutly and holds that all you say and do, he will say and do in your way when he's grown up, just like you. There's a wide-eyed little fellow who believes you're always right, and his ears are always open, and he watches day and night. You are setting an example every day in all you do for the little boy who's waiting to grow up to be like you. You need to set an example of bravery and an adventurous spirit. But when it's hard for you, use the lives of other people, because we want our children to be noble, to be brave, to be strong. And it's our job to help them get there. This is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now.